What I hear from smaller businesses and marketers is that they feel a little bit overwhelmed with how quickly AI is evolving. And it's no wonder. Marketing has changed more in the past 2 years than in the past 2 decades since the birth of digital marketing and then social media marketing. The truth is, AI is changing everything about marketing: how we write, plan, promote, communicate, research, and even how we connect with our customers, because customer behavior is changing too. It's a lot of change happening all at once. The good news is, if you can learn, embrace, and adapt this technology, there's more opportunity than ever for smaller businesses, solo owners, and marketers to compete on a larger scale with bigger companies. For me personally, I've been able to accomplish so much more with my marketing efforts in a very short period of time, which has allowed me to successfully compete with larger educational institutions for my courses. AI is my marketing partner, and it can be yours too. Whether you're a small business owner, a marketer, a solopreneur, a coach, or a creator, I designed this course specifically with you in mind to provide a concise and practical introduction to the core types of AI marketing tools and help you create an action plan tailored for your unique business. No tech jargon, no hype, no algorithms, no scary robots, just practical strategies to help you get started with AI marketing. Before we dive in, let me take a quick moment to introduce myself. I've been working in the field of digital marketing for more than 20 years. I'm certified in the field of AI, specifically for digital marketing from the Digital Marketing Institute. I've enjoyed being a marketing professor for more than 10 years. And well, I love this stuff. I love marketing, I love teaching, so this is super fun for me. It's my goal to provide you with specialized AI marketing courses, resources, and education, all centered around the unique needs of small businesses, solo owners, and marketers. I look forward to helping you navigate this crazy new world of marketing and hopefully the new opportunities it will bring you. In this course, we cover a lot of material in a short time, with the goal of helping you quickly create a custom action plan for AI marketing that you can start implementing right away. We'll start with an overview of the types of AI tools and the key marketing tool categories such as social media, content, email, search, and video, with real examples. In Module 3, we'll start the 7-step process to creating your own custom action plan. Next, we'll review the key features to consider when choosing the right marketing tools, specifically for smaller businesses and solo owners. In Module 5, I'll take you through setting up your tools and running a test campaign. After that, we look at some of the best ways to measure the effectiveness of your AI-generated campaign, as well as some ideas for the future you might want to consider for increasing automation in your marketing process. You'll definitely want to stick around for the last module of the course. It's almost a course within a course. I share my process for creating and layering marketing prompt templates that help produce better results. No more cookie cutter or robotic content. And lastly, we'll explore the importance of keeping a human, that's you, involved in the marketing process. Another unique aspect of this course is the companion workbook. I'll refer to specific activities and exercises from the workbook as we progress through each module. This step-by-step guide will help you create a tailored, custom action plan for your unique business. You can download this workbook for free at the link in the description below. Also, to help you get a jump start on your new prompting strategy, and we'll discuss that later in Module 7, I've created a digital marketing prompt pack. It includes a series of strategic-based prompting templates for the 4 core AI marketing areas that we'll be reviewing in this course. You can download it along with the workbook at the same link below. Okay, let's get started. In Module 1, we'll take a look at the differences between AI marketing tools, AI assistants, and AI agents. We'll also look at how AI can benefit small companies for marketing. Essentially, AI marketing is the application of artificial intelligence, of course, to enhance marketing activities and strategies. This includes using AI to analyze data, automate tasks, and automation is a big part of this. It also makes it easier to personalize customer experiences, and it has the potential to drive better marketing outcomes if guided properly. And that's a key part of this. The AI must be guided properly by you. It accomplishes this primarily through AI marketing tools and AI assistants. Of course, by now, you've also heard the term AI agent. So while this course only focuses on AI marketing tools, it's important to understand the difference between these three main types of AI, as the technology will continue to improve and scale at a rapid pace, and marketing applications from AI will continue to advance. So it's good to have a basic understanding of all three. So think of AI tool as something that will help you with a task, while an AI agent does a task for you. You're most likely interacting with AI assistants every day already. Think Alexa or Google Assistant. They are more user-focused and designed to help us with routine tasks to make our life easier, like managing calendars or answering questions or following commands. ChatGPT could be considered both an AI tool and an AI assistant. AI agents, on the other hand, are the highest level of AI in terms of these applications we're discussing and learn from new situations. They can adapt their decision-making over time, all with minimal human intervention. So you've probably interacted with earlier versions of these types of agents. If you've asked a question to a chatbot, perhaps on an online store, and they had an answer pop up instantly, maybe it handled or processed a refund for you, or even upsold a product or service without an actual single human stepping in. So what we're seeing at the time of this video are now larger platforms that create and deploy these types of AI agents. So this example that I have on the screen is Agentforce, which is part of the Salesforce platform. And you're probably familiar with that. And it's been around for a long time. Salesforce has. So this is allowing businesses to build and deploy their own larger AI agents designed to handle very specific and custom tasks across their business areas like sales, marketing, and customer service. So they're not simply AI assistants, but rather agents making decisions and taking actions based on data and workflows that they're actually trained on. So here's another way to look at it, kind of a fun way. Think of ChatGPT or an AI assistant like a vending machine with candy and snacks. We all love candy and snacks, and there are several options to choose from, but you're limited to what you can buy, right? Where an AI agent is like a personal chef with a very impressive collection of recipes, i.e. a vast knowledge base, an ability to understand complex dish requests, that's the natural language processing, and they can learn new meals that adapt to your preferences, ability to learn from historical data. I so want a personal chef now. One other example of an AI agent before we move on. I just want to make sure you understand this. And you may have heard of this platform called Circle. It's a course and community platform, so you can set up your own community. And they've recently launched a new AI feature where you can build your own personalized AI agent that will handle some of the community interaction for you, such as answering questions, guiding your members. It allows you to customize your agent's tone, the tone of voice, behavior, responses, in your own unique brand voice. So again, just another example of how AI technology is advancing and being applied to marketing and communications tasks. Now we move on to the meat and potatoes of this class, AI marketing tools. Unlike AI agents, which work on their own for the most part, AI tools require users, aka humans, to initiate the task and provide detailed input. Some of the most commonly known examples here, of course, are ChatGPT, right? And we do this by entering a prompt, and it generates the outcome for us. Some of the more common uses For AI-generated marketing elements, as you probably know already, include content creation, social media marketing, blog posts and SEO, email campaigns, and video. This list is rapidly growing. In fact, I discover new AI marketing applications almost every day. I really need AI to help me organize all the ideas I have for new videos and new courses because I can't keep up. I can't produce videos as fast as AI is providing new and interesting and helpful marketing tools for us. But I do my best to do that for you and hopefully narrow it down and make it a little easier for you to navigate all of these changes happening in AI marketing. So this takes us to the category of specialized AI marketing tools. Let's first look at some of the benefits before I take you into the tools themselves. What I like about many of the newer AI tools we're seeing is that they cater to the needs of small businesses and marketers who are bogged down with handling all the tedious day-to-day marketing tasks. So for solo owners, of course, it's automation, which frees up your time to handle other aspects of running your business. And we've all been seeing this grow rapidly for social media and content creation. Now, many of the new AI tools are priced competitively, allowing an affordable option for small businesses, and I'll show you more of this later in the class, often less than $50 per month, and in many cases offering a free plan with limited features. And again, we'll talk more about what to look for in selecting these AI marketing tools, but I just wanted to mention to you in terms of price and affordability and accessibility, AI marketing tools are really checking a lot of boxes these days. Now, in some cases, they can actually help you scale up your efforts and possibly grow your business faster than perhaps it would without it. And then the other key area we're seeing is personalization. I think we would all agree that the more personalized your marketing efforts, the better the outcome. A recent study from HubSpot found that 77% of marketers say AI helps them create more personalized content. And this includes everything from product recommendations and dynamic pricing to customized website content and even more hyper-personalized email campaigns. So lots of opportunity here for personalization, and that will continue to evolve. What are some of the marketing tasks that AI tools can help with? We'll get into specific examples in our next module, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview. Branding and visual graphics, customer engagement and support, email creation and management, content creation. And speaking of content creation, it's more than you think. The list really just goes on and on with the areas that AI can help with. Website copy, product descriptions, taglines, video scripts, online ads, case studies, press releases. If you have a chatbot, it can even help you write the script for your chatbot. We know about social media and email. Even recently, another area that I discovered where I think AI is making a big difference is with design. Recently, I created my own website with an AI web builder. I happen to use GoDaddy Arrow, but there are several out there. If you haven't seen my site, you can check it out at aimarketingedu.com. No coding whatsoever. And I'm not a designer. I'm a writer and a marketer, but the ease at which I created this site really reinforced to me what's possible with AI tools when guided properly. Okay, that's it for the introduction. I'll see you guys in Module 2, where we start looking at specific marketing tools. Hey guys, and welcome to Module 2. Here we take a closer look at the types of AI marketing, the main categories of AI tools for marketing, and some examples. When we start organizing AI marketing into categories, there are four main components, or I like to refer to them as the four core. These are the core marketing elements that most solo owners, small business owners, and marketers will use as part of an overall marketing program: content creation, email, social media, and search. By the way, this area of marketing, SEO, is being drastically changed by AI. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel for more videos on AI search. Now, let's look at a few examples of these tools and how they use AI to streamline and improve the marketing process. First, real quick, as a reminder, Many of these tools are listed in the workbook I provided for this course. You can also find them listed in the online version of my AI Marketing Tools Guide. This is a more detailed guide that provides additional categories such as digital advertising with AI, influencer marketing with AI, branding and design, AI tools for podcasts. You get the idea. You might find that to be helpful. Let's start with content creation. One of the AI marketing and content tools that stands out is Blaze. You can find it at blaze.ai. This is a very robust content creation tool that is specifically designed for the solo owner, freelancer, coach, consultant, marketer, or companies of one, as they like to proclaim. This platform will help you research, create, refine, and publish marketing content such as videos, ads, social media posts, SEO articles. Students often ask me, why not just use ChatGPT? Well, you certainly can. These tools are specifically geared for marketing content and include ways of helping you generate more customized and personalized content that aligns with your unique brand. For example, Blaze provides an AI brand voice generator, which can help you create a custom brand voice for your content. As more and more marketing content is generated with AI, it will all start to sound very generic. It's important to use tools like this that can create content in your unique tone and voice. At the same time, you want to make sure that you edit AI content to maintain that human connection. Another popular content creation tool that checks a lot of boxes for small businesses and marketers is Writesonic. If you're using multiple chat tools right now, like ChatGPT and Gemini, you may find this to be really beneficial. Writesonic combines several AI models for marketing tasks in a single chat interface. That can save quite a bit of time. I'll come back to Writesonic in a moment to show you its newest feature. Let's move on to social media. This is an interesting area because you have AI tools that are brand new and you have older social media tools that have been around for a while. And they're just adding new AI features as they come out. So you may see some familiar names with new or improved AI offerings like SocialBee. They've been around since 2016, so you may find that a more established platform like this is a better option. My favorite feature of the SocialBee AI tool is that it asks a detailed series of questions to generate a social media strategy. So it goes beyond just scheduling posts like many of the basic tools, and it actually gives you a tailored strategy for each platform. Content Studio is another social media tool, and they just added an interesting new AI feature that works off your unique content library. Essentially, it uses an AI agent to train on your own source materials with the goal of capturing your tone, voice, and messaging. As I mentioned earlier, that's a really important part of the AI process here, keeping the content aligned with your branding and messaging. We're going to see more and more of this type of technology using AI agents being applied to a wide spectrum of marketing tasks. So keep an eye out for that. All right, moving to the next category, SEO, search engine marketing, and AI search. Whew, this is one of the biggest and most profound changes happening in digital marketing as a result of AI. I'm actually working on a course about this topic because it's so complex, but it's changing so quickly, I have to keep updating my course. If you've noticed your website is not getting the traffic it used to, it's most likely due to the growing use of AI platforms like ChatGPT and Google AI overviews stealing your clicks. But for the purpose of reviewing tools in this course, here's what you want to look for. Make sure the content is being generated with AI search parameters. So for example, Surfer SEO, as shown here, is clearly moving towards AI search. And if you dig a little deeper and you go into their AI article writer, it's showing you how to set up an article that meets the preferences of AI platforms like ChatGPT and Google AI Mode and what they're looking for. For example, Key takeaways, as shown on the screen, is a formatting style that AI looks for. So stay tuned for more information on this topic as we, an industry, continue to learn more about how AI search works. I mentioned Writesonic earlier in the content creation category. Keep in mind, many of these tools will overlap in the 4 main categories. For example, Writesonic offers a similar AI search tool to Surfer, like I just showed you. This new feature will help you generate content, again, with the purpose of both SEO and increasing visibility across AI search engines. So you'll see more and more content tools getting into this area of AI search. And finally, the 4th marketing category in the 4 core is email marketing. Just like with social media, many of the companies have been around for a while and are just adding new AI features, like this one. They've launched an AI marketing agent to help you segment your target audiences. They're going to help you identify key offerings for your past customers and how to add a level of hyper-personalization to the message. But it doesn't stop there. It also provides an AI sales agent to then help streamline and automate the support process. So we're seeing more tools going beyond the standard AI email generator for your content and your graphics to now providing AI-enabled support and lead nurturing. Now that we've reviewed the primary categories of AI marketing tools, let's look at some of the other categories that are more specialized beyond the 4 core that may help you reach some of your other marketing objectives. This would include video and visual design, all-in-one platforms, tools that provide AI-enabled customers insights, online ads, and lead generation. We'll look at a few examples. In terms of video, I could argue it really should be included in the 4 core categories because YouTube search is becoming the new Google for many solo owners, myself included, for many reasons, including the challenges of being found organically through Google, which is becoming more difficult due to Google's AI overviews and increasing competition in that limited space. And as you know, more people are jumping over to ChatGPT and similar AI search platforms. So the more video marketing you can do, the better. So let's start with generative AI video. You write the prompt and it uses generative AI to create what you described. Here's an example from InVideo. The prompt says, create a cinematic film of Everest using generative media. So you can produce all kinds of wacky videos like cats flying through space or talking dogs, or you can create high quality film-like videos like the one shown here. It all depends on your overall content strategy, right? At the same time, AI can be used to make professional marketing videos with B-roll footage that already exists straight from a text prompt. This is so great for solo owners and small businesses because you can quickly create marketing videos, product demos, or social media videos, all tailored to your unique brand at a fraction of the cost and super duper fast. And AI tools like Synthesia, pictured here, and Descript can generate an AI video avatar to host your marketing or sales video if that's something that you'd like to test out. Speaking of Descript, editing with AI is pretty amazing. What a time saver. The tool I use for video editing is Descript, this tool pictured here, because it offers the text-based editing feature with AI. If you can edit a Word document, you can edit your video here. It takes some practice, but I had zero video editing experience when I started with AI and picked it up pretty quickly. If video is something you're interested in trying, I suggest getting a free trial of really any AI video tool and just experiment with it. You might need to try a couple different ones before you find the one that works best for you. Okay, another specialty category is for customer insights or analytics. Many of the tools we've already discussed will have analytics built in to help you determine what's working. But I wanted to show you this interesting feature from addcreative.ai. It uses AI to scan your website and creates a targeted buyer persona, and then uses that persona to build more effective advertising campaigns. You know how we hear the term personalization quite a bit in terms of AI marketing? This is an example of that. Also from addcreative.ai, they use AI to conduct an analysis of your competitors' ads, analyzing them across multiple platforms. Very helpful for determining the strategy for your next media buy. The last specialty category that we'll talk about here is the all-in-one marketing platform. Here's an example with simplified.com. This platform offers AI for content creation, video, images, social media, chatbots, and lots more. And you might be thinking, isn't this the way to go? All in one? Simple? Not exactly. So far, my experience with all-in-one platforms has not been exceptional. I've had much better success with AI tools that specialize in a particular element, such as social media or content creation, and especially with video. And the ones that do it really well, you may have heard of Jasper or Copy.ai. They've moved on to working more with enterprise sector, like selling to larger agencies, in-house marketing departments, and they're often priced a bit too high for most smaller businesses and solo owners. Now, with that said, it's not to say that the lower priced all-in-one platforms will not continue to improve. The best I've seen to date is Blaze. I mentioned it earlier for content and social media. Blaze will provide just about everything you need except video. If you paired it with, let's say, Descript for your videos, you would have a pretty strong setup for less than $100 per month. So that brings us to the end of Module 2, and we covered quite a bit, didn't we? We really only scratched the surface here, but it's a great start. Now that you've been introduced to some of these tools, we can start working on the step-by-step process that will help you get started with your own AI marketing tools. See you in Module 3. Hello again, and welcome to Module 3. I hope you're enjoying the course so far and finding it to be helpful. In this module, we start reviewing the 7-step process to help you choose and implement the right AI marketing tools to meet your goals and objectives. This step-by-step process will help you create an action plan tailored for your unique business. Here's what it covers. From identifying your pain points to choosing the right AI tools, setting up your tools, and measuring success. Over the next few modules, I'll review these steps with you in detail. And remember to download the companion workbook included with this course. For most of the steps, I'll reference specific activities from this workbook that you can complete on your own to help you create your action plan. Time for step 1. And I'm betting this first step will be pretty easy for most of you. Identify pain points. Think about the areas where you could use more help or speed things up in your marketing process. I can probably guess the first area, content creation. Number 1, it takes too long. Number 2, maybe it lacks that SEO strategy that you need. Remember what I said before about AI search and how that's changing SEO? Important. Doesn't scale like you need it to. What about social media? This is another area that takes way too much time, which could result in inconsistent posting, low followers. It's a very manual writing and posting process, and oftentimes you're short on time and thus short on ideas. So for this first step, you can refer to page 7 in the workbook for the activity to help you complete this. You're going to list 3 marketing challenges that your small business faces. How might AI help you solve these? Which areas do you want to improve first? So give some thought to this process because it's going to help you decide which tool category to start with. Step 2 is to identify your marketing goals. These marketing goals are important because they're going to provide a clear roadmap for success and ensure that your efforts for AI are aligned with your broader business objectives. So without defining specific goals, it's challenging to measure your progress or to determine the effectiveness of your AI marketing tactics. So what do you want to achieve? Some common goals for small businesses include increasing website traffic, boosting social media engagement, generating more leads or sales, improving customer retention, or all of the above, of course. So head over to page 8 in the workbook for help with establishing these marketing goals. The more specific you can make your goals, the better. Next up, in step 3, it's time to evaluate your current marketing process. This is where you want to look at the marketing tools you're currently using, if any. Which manual tasks take up the most time? Are there areas where you lack data or customer information? How effective are your current tools in meeting your marketing goals? Do your existing processes allow for personalization or targeting specific customer segments? Are there any gaps in the automation that could streamline your workflow? In this activity on page 9 of your workbook, you can create a simple table to assess your current process, looking at the strengths, weaknesses, and potential areas of improvement with AI. So that's it for Module 3. Feel free to work on the 3 activities we just discussed before moving on to Module 4, where our focus turns to choosing the right AI marketing tools. Welcome to Module 4, which brings us to Step 4 in the overall process. In this step, we dig into the best practices for selecting the right AI tools for your specific needs as a small business owner, a solo owner, a consultant, a coach, a marketer. Let's face it, we're all marketers of our own products and services, right? That's probably why you're here. So let's get to it. Students will often ask me, how do I go about selecting tools from so many out there? Well, this process I'm going to share with you is the same process I use when researching AI marketing tools for my educational videos, articles, and courses. For example, for this course, I reviewed dozens of tools and narrowed it down to the ones that appear to be a better fit for small businesses and solo owners. With that in mind, please know that I'm not endorsing, sponsoring, or pushing any of these tools. The material I present here is for educational and informational purposes. My goal is to highlight AI features that I think would be helpful for your business as you begin to integrate AI into your overall marketing process. So what key features should you look for in an AI marketing tool? Well, it has to be easy to learn and easy to use. Does it have a user-friendly interface for non-technical users? You should find the platform fairly easy to navigate, with a minimal learning curve, even if you have limited experience with technology. My rule of thumb is you should be able to watch 1 or 2 short video tutorials and be fairly comfortable using the platform. An example of an AI content tool that is very simple to use is Writer. You can see how easy the interface is on the left side here. You input the key points, select the tone or voice, and the type of project, and you're off and running. Another thing I really like about Writer is it will analyze a sample of your writing and mirror your tone and your brand voice. This helps generate more consistent content that's unique to your brand, and that's important for connecting with your audience. Next up is price. Is it affordable for a small business budget? When looking at price, be sure to research any hidden costs like setup fees, additional user licenses, or premium features. You probably know this, but most AI tools run on allocated minutes of generative AI usage. So very quickly, you'll get a sense for how many minutes per month you may need as you start working with a tool consistently. And keep in mind, most tools will count regeneration cycles as part of your usage allocation. But as you become more proficient with the AI generation, You'll need fewer regeneration cycles. Of course, if you need to, you can upgrade to an unlimited plan for most tools. Let's look at some pricing examples. Buffer is an AI social media tool I mentioned earlier. They're very reasonable for solo owners and even have a free forever plan. Whichever tool you select, I always recommend that you start with the free trial and spend enough time working with the AI tool to know if it's a good fit before you pay that annual upgrade. In fact, you might even go month to month until you're absolutely sure. You'll probably end up with 2 or 3 favorites. Many AI marketing tools will have plans specifically for solo owners, like this one from SocialBee. They offer a $24 plan for solopreneurs and businesses just starting out. At the time of this recording, Blaze has a creator pricing package at $34. Here's Descript's pricing plans. The hobbyist plan is probably too limited for long-term use. I started on the hobbyist plan and needed to upgrade. I'm now on the creator plan and haven't had any issues with limitations, producing about 1 YouTube video a week and lots of course content, even using an AI avatar for a short video. If you'd like to see an example of an AI avatar video I created with Descript, you can find it on my YouTube channel at aimarketing.edu. By the way, here's the pricing plan for Writer. Very affordable to get started, and this is for month to month. Always double check the pricing because most of the time it will default to yearly or annual pricing, and you need to switch it to monthly pricing to see what that monthly fee will be. But overall, this gives you a good sense for what the pricing is like on the AI tools that cater to small businesses. Another super important consideration is support and training. Does the platform offer tutorials or customer support? Look for options such as both a live chat feature and AI help, email assistance, and video tutorials. I know for me personally, when I can't figure out how to do something in one of my tools, I use the AI chatbot constantly to ask questions on how to do something specifically in the platform. This shows the help bot on Descript, where up here I asked, how do I add text to the screen? And then it instantly gives me step-by-step instructions. I find it to be really quick and generally pretty accurate. Saves you the time of looking for a help article or jumping over to YouTube to find a tutorial. And speaking of tutorials, they're really helpful when getting started with a new tool. Blaze has a nice collection of tutorials right on the website. So look for that when you're looking at new tools. A lot of them now offer pretty expansive educational sections, including tutorials. SocialBee, they actually offer live webinars, so you can ask questions in real time if that's how you prefer to learn. And then some even offer an online community that you can join, like Surfer SEO. They also have a YouTube channel with tutorials and free live training. So as you can see, there's no shortage of educational resources when it comes to starting a new AI tool. I think this is something the industry is doing really well. Next up, integrations. Can the tool integrate with your existing platforms or other marketing tools? Most AI tools will provide a section on their website about integrations. This is another AI-powered social media tool, and it has an impressive list of integrations. This page actually scrolls down to show close to 30 different platforms that it integrates with. WriteSonic is a content generation tool that I mentioned earlier. It has a whole section explaining about how it integrates with other marketing tools. And GetResponse is a marketing tool that uses AI for email campaigns and course generation. It has an extensive list of integrations that you can easily browse on their website. So this may not be something that you need right now, but it's nice to know that you can link to other platforms if you need to in the future. Just something to keep in mind. Time for the fun stuff. On page 11 in the workbook, this activity asks you to research 2 to 3 AI marketing tools. You can choose from tools I've shown here during the class, or from the longer list provided in the workbook on pages 4, 5, and 6. Or the more detailed list of tools you can find on my website I've mentioned before, where there's additional categories. And of course, if you have AI tools you've discovered on your own that you want to dig into and research in more detail, go for it. I want you to make the most of this process so you can come out of this class ready to hit the ground running with your new AI tools. So that's it for this module. I'll see you soon in Module 5 to talk about implementation. Hello and welcome to Module 5. We've arrived at my favorite part of the class, setting up your tools and running a test campaign. Here we go. Most AI tools are very easy to get started with, but I always recommend that you start small. Keep it simple by starting with one tool or feature, like automating a series of social media posts or generating a series of emails for a new campaign. Whatever your marketing objective is, I would just avoid trying several new tools or campaigns all at one time. Of course, you'll need to sign up by creating an account. A free trial is always a good place to start, but if you want to unlock additional features to test, you may need to upgrade to a paid plan. Remember what I said earlier? If you go for the paid plan, consider starting month to month rather than paying the all upfront yearly fee, even though you do get a discount. But with the monthly plan, you actually have the option to cancel if you need to. Let's just say it's not always love at first sight, and you may not want to marry the very first tool you try. Next up, start learning. If you're like me, I love jumping in and just starting a new tool without watching any videos or demos. Without a doubt, I always end up going back and watching a tutorial anyway. So if you recall, I gave you some examples earlier of tools with really good educational resources like tutorials, webinars, courses. This is an example of Blaze's tutorials page. And don't be afraid to use the AI chatbot to ask questions, how-to questions, as you're setting up your first project. I use that quite a bit as I'm learning a new tool. Next, you may need to integrate or connect the tool with your social media accounts, your email lists, or your website platforms, depending on what you're doing. For example, to connect your Facebook account to a social media management tool, you would simply find it on their integrations page. Click on Facebook, click Connect, as I've shown here. Oftentimes the instructions will be right there on the website, or again, an AI chat can help you with the process, but it's usually pretty simple and seamless. Finally, you're going to upload any existing content or brand assets like your logo, brand voice, color palette. The tool that you're using will actually, it will ask you for this. For example, I've mentioned SocialBee earlier. Its AI planning feature asks you several questions, as you can see here, about company, branding, brand tone, your project. Most importantly, however, it will ask you to identify your target customers. I can't emphasize how important it is to define your target audience for the AI application in any and every tool that you use, in any and every marketing prompt that you write, so that it can generate compelling content for your specific audience. We're going to look at this in more detail in Module 7 when we discuss best practices for prompting. But I love this right here that they actually put in their form. I circled it here in red. It says, "Don't hold back. Detailed answers lead to better results." Absolutely. So definitely. So those were the steps for setting up your tools. Time to run a test campaign. Step 6. Let's look at some best practices to keep in mind as you run your test campaign. Think of this as your beta run, a low-risk, low-cost way to test how AI performs for your specific content needs. Choose 3 to 5 pieces of content like social media posts or an email campaign. Keep it targeted by using the same prompt structure, tone, and brand voice that you plan to use at scale. We'll discuss best practices for writing prompts in Module 7. When you're ready to do more with your AI marketing, consider generating different variations of your content, like shown here. One of the many advantages of using AI is that it allows you to generate multiple variations of content very quickly. You can try different messages or price points, like in this example for board books. They tested a price point here of $39.99, and they tested a Father's Day message here, built to last, like Dad, and then a benefit message here of an easy-to-make board book. You can see if one message outperforms another. You can also test out different images if they wanted to change this image here as well. Next, you'll want to review and revise the AI content to ensure authenticity, accuracy, and brand consistency. AI is powerful, no doubt, but it's not perfect. You're the brand voice. AI is just your assistant, right? So check for factual accuracy. We call this hallucination, or AI sometimes hallucinates and generates incorrect content. So be sure to check. Also look at tone and voice consistency. That simply means make it more you. Add personal experiences, local references, emojis, things that make your brand feel real and human. Ask yourself, would I post this as is to my target audience? If not, edit it until it feels right. Does it sound robotic, generic, or off-brand? Then you can provide more specific examples of your brand voice for the AI, ask it to regenerate, or you can edit yourself to ensure it aligns with your brand personality. Even using AI as the first draft of your content and editing it some can still save you hours of time. Try not to think of it as an all or nothing. It's a blended effort of AI getting that first draft started with your instructions, and then you polishing the content and adding that all-important human perspective and experience. Now it's time to schedule and monitor the results. Now you can post live, or you can schedule your posts with platforms like Buffer, Social Bee, and Blaze. So then start looking for engagement signals, things like tracking your likes, your follows, your comments, your shares, open rates, click-throughs, depending on the content type. Consider taking notes on what's working and what's not so you can address this in the next step. How long should you run this test for? Well, it depends on your overall marketing objectives and the type of campaign, but here's a sample timeline for 4 weeks. This builds in time to research and select the tool, set it up, integrate the tool, launch a small campaign, and review the results. You may need more or less time for these activities depending on your situation. And for help with these steps, you can refer to page 14 in the workbook. The first activity will guide you through creating a simple implementation plan for one AI tool or multiple if that's what you choose. The second activity asks you to track any issues or problems that need to be addressed during the evaluation phase. For example, are you getting low engagement rates on the social media posts or low conversion on the emails? All right, on to step 7. Welcome to Module 6. Once you've started running your test campaign, it's time to evaluate the results. That brings us to step 7 in the process, measuring success. We'll also look at ways to add automation to your marketing process as you continue to advance with your AI marketing tools. You can use many of the same metrics to measure results with an AI campaign as you would with a traditional marketing campaign, such as website traffic, engagement, conversion rates. Let's take a look at some of the more common metrics. When using AI for content, such as blog writing, social media posts, or email copy, some of the things you can measure include time on page. This indicates if content generated by AI is actually being read by your audience. You can look at engagement rate, likes, shares, comments, follows, click-through rates for social media. How many readers take a specific action? Do they subscribe, download, make a purchase? This would be your conversion rate. High bounce rates may signal poor content relevancy. In other words, not connecting with your audience. How about email? When using AI to write subject lines, personalize email, or segment lists, you've got your open rate. Measures how effective your subject line is. Does it entice people to open it? your click-through rate, and that shows your content is working or it needs to be revised. Your unsubscribe rate, that helps evaluate if the personalization is effective or perhaps too intrusive, not seen as valuable with the audience. And you can even go as far as tracking the revenue per email, which are actual sales linked to particular campaigns or individual emails. And for lead generation, of course, you'll look at total number of leads. Cost per lead, CPL, is very important when it comes to evaluating AI marketing. This shows better campaign efficiency. If you can get that overall marketing cost down for the campaign, your CPL can come down, or you get the leads to jump up, and that can also reduce that cost per lead. So AI may be able to reduce costs and improve results in such a way that it brings this number down, which is good. We like a low CPL as long as it's producing high quality leads that are converting. And time to response is an important category on its own when it comes to AI. If automation can improve response time on any level, that can improve sales and improve overall customer satisfaction. As you start utilizing these tools, you'll begin to identify other areas in your marketing process that you could use some help with. These are just a few ideas where you can apply automation to help your business grow with the help of AI. So social media scheduling is an obvious one because it takes up so much time, and inconsistent posting can result in low followers or even low engagement. AI tools such as ChatGPT and Canva can help you generate a lead magnet, such as an ebook or a guide. And then your email platform, as shown here, this one example is GetResponse. Your email platform can be set up automatically to send it when someone requests it from your website, which can then trigger a series of welcome emails and offers. And then AI email generators can help you create and set up this series of emails. You can also automate an email newsletter by connecting your blog or your social feed to an AI email platform like this one. This is also GetResponse, but there's many of them. As shown here, you can use, again, ChatGPT to summarize content and automatically turn it into a weekly email. Another area I'm seeing a lot of growth is with automated appointment scheduling. This is especially useful for coaches and consultants who need to book virtual client sessions. This one has a free plan to start with, and it automates all the steps before, during, and after an event. Another area to consider automating is with an AI customer service chatbot. This works well for online stores especially that may need to answer customer questions for chat and social media. And as AI technology continues to evolve, the most significant advancements that we'll see in automation, especially for marketing, will be AI agents. HubSpot recently launched Breeze AI. This is their version of AI agents designed to automate marketing from planning all the way through execution. It provides a customer agent for customer service, a prospecting agent for sales support, and a content agent that will generate, optimize, and scale content. Right now, pricing is a bit high for smaller and solo businesses. For example, the customer agent alone is $45 per month at the time of this recording, and that's on top of the professional or enterprise plan. But I point this out to you because it's an important area to watch. As the AI agent technology progresses, the pricing may come down as well. In the future, we'll all be managing AI agents to some degree for our marketing campaigns. So this brings us to the last activity in the workbook, which is to set some priorities for the next phase of implementation. So try to establish a consistent monthly review schedule for your AI campaigns so that you can adjust as needed. And think about what you might want to try next, like some of the automation projects I just mentioned. Setting up just one could make a huge difference in the time you save each week moving forward. So that's it for Module 6. Our next module focuses on the best practices for writing more effective marketing prompts so you can get better results from your new AI tools. See you in Module 7. Welcome to Module 7. In this section, I'll guide you through the steps to writing more effective marketing prompts with the goal of generating content that is less cookie cutter, more conversational, and connects more effectively with your target audience. To help you get a jump start on your new prompting strategy, be sure to download the Digital Marketing Prompt Pack that I provided in this module. It includes a series of strategic-based prompting templates for the 4 core AI marketing areas that we reviewed earlier in the class for social media, email, content creation, and AI search. Before we jump into the elements of a successful prompt, let's review what makes marketing content more effective. After all, AI tools are only as smart as the instructions we give them. And those instructions should be grounded in what we know works in marketing. AI can speed things up, but it still needs strategic direction from you to be successful. First and foremost, the content should hit home with your target audience, which is why it's so important to clearly define your target audience in your prompt. I'll cover that in more detail a bit later. Try to use language, tone, pain points, and examples that resonate with a specific customer profile. The message should be simple, easy to grasp, very quickly. Another key factor to keep in mind is that people pay attention to content that helps them, that is educational, entertaining, or solves a problem. Content that provides value. This can be achieved with how-to videos, expert insights, human interest stories, tips, and even emotional inspiration, all tied to meeting specific customer needs. You know that audiences connect with people, which is why the AI tool needs to be guided properly to avoid sounding robotic. Think conversational tone and real-world relevance. How does this solve a specific problem for a specific audience? Also, brand voice is very important. If you have an established brand voice, be sure to share examples with the AI tool. Not sure? Let's look at a real example of brand voice. This is an email sent out by Arby's to encourage customers to order online through its app. The text is minimal, but very effective and conversational. It says, "Use it or lose it. It's nothing personal, but your exclusive offer ends soon." Exclusive means these offers were created just for you. In soon means, well, what it normally means. So this is Arby's brand voice. It's persona, if you will. You can give AI examples like this and train it on a specific type of brand voice for your company. Just like in the Arby's example, you want to use a consistent voice, tone, and brand elements across all content formats and channels. Many AI tools are now offering built-in brand voice features to make this easier, like this example from Content Studio. This extra step can go a long way in keeping your content aligned with your brand. We know that in marketing, emotions drive decisions, generally more than logic. If you can evoke a feeling such as relief, hope, joy, confidence, urgency, and align it with your offer, that could improve the results. Again, this is something you can easily direct AI to do within your prompt. Marketing content should always move the reader or viewer towards a goal, like shop now, watch the demo, save your spot. So be specific with a strong call to action. So how do you accomplish all of that with AI? As you continue to use it more and more for marketing, it's important to know how to write effective marketing prompts that can generate content tailored for your audience that meets your very unique messaging objectives, while also, and just as important, adding efficiency to your marketing process. After all, isn't that the point of using AI? Achieving better results in less time and perhaps more cost effectively? But there is a bit of a learning curve here. So let's take a look at my approach for creating marketing prompts that you can scale over time. Our goal here is to create a very detailed marketing prompt template that you can use over and over again. And that's where the efficiency comes into play. No need to reinvent the wheel every time you write a new marketing prompt. The majority of what you include in a prompt, the target audience, the benefits of your product or service, your value proposition, the brand voice, all of these elements will be the same each time that you start a new project. So eventually you'll have a nice little custom prompt library that you can pull from, saving even more time. Let's start with step 1. What do you want this marketing piece to achieve? Do you want a blog article, social media post, a campaign idea, or help with a particular strategy? Be precise about the purpose of the marketing element you need. It should also specify the format and platform. For example, instead of just asking for social media posts, be specific about Instagram versus X. The AI tool will tailor it for that specific channel. For a video script, TikTok versus YouTube versus a corporate sales video. These different platforms would generate different approaches from the AI tool. You just need to provide that guidance. Here's an example for step 1. As you can see, I'm going to use organic dog treats for our prompting example throughout because, well, I really love dogs and it's super fun. So the purpose of the prompt is to generate 5 unique Instagram posts to announce a new line of organic dog treats. Now, most of you are already doing this step and probably getting some pretty decent answers, but you know it could be better, and that's where step 2 comes in. Who are you trying to reach? I cannot emphasize enough just how important this step is for generating better results. If you can help the AI tool understand the distinctions of your specific target audience, it can then tailor the content much more effectively. Think demographics, psychographics, pain points, interests, lifestyle, behavior traits. You get the idea. This is a key principle in marketing, and it's even more important when working with AI tools. So now we start seeing the process of what I like to call layering the prompt. You start with the foundation. This was the first part of the prompt from step 1. Now we've layered in the target audience. This is the cool part. Each layer of detail added to the prompt will help the AI tool craft a more engaging, more targeted, more personalized result, getting further and further away from sounding generic and cookie cutter, which is the goal. Less cookie cutter, better conversion rates. Next, in step 3 is where you provide all the relevant details the AI tool needs to successfully complete the project. What are the key features and benefits of your product or service? Do you have a unique value proposition you can include? And I'll get back to that in just a moment. Is this project for a specific event or a multi-channel campaign? If you have copy points you would like to include, list them here. Do you have existing content or data you would like the AI tool to reference? Such as a website or past marketing materials, socials. You can even provide data such as customer reviews for the AI to analyze and maybe identify and recommend common phrases that could be included in the marketing messages. So here's the next layer in the prompt. The treats are made with all natural, human-grade ingredients, support digestive health, and are grain-free. We want to encourage people to visit our website to shop. With those product benefits in mind, let's look at how we can take this one step further. I'm sure you remember what a unique value proposition is and may have created one for your company. It's a statement that highlights the unique benefits a company offers that differentiates it from its competitors. So that's the key part. It addresses the question of why choose your product or service over another company's. It's always been an important part of the marketing and creative process, but companies, both large and small, are taking a second look at their value propositions. Why now? Because AI is rapidly changing buyer behavior, and companies need to reassess their overall marketing strategies to account for this major shift in the consumer environment. So that's something you might want to take a fresh look at as you go through this process. Ultimately, if you can include a strong, unique value proposition in your marketing prompt template, That will be another layer to help improve your results. Here's an example. The only organic dog treats crafted with sustainably sourced, nutrient-dense superfoods to boost your dog's vitality and coat health. This highlights both the organic nature and the inclusion of specific ingredients for health benefits, which in turn differentiates it from its competitors. Next up, define the tone and style. As I mentioned earlier, the tone and style of your marketing content is very important for brand consistency and connecting with your audience. So tell the AI tool if you want the content to be informative, humorous, inspiring, authoritative, playful, professional. What is the desired feeling or personality of this content? How should it sound? So we add this to our marketing prompt. The tone should be friendly and enthusiastic, playful with a touch of warmth, just like these adorable doggies here. Number 5, call to action. Again, this seems obvious, but when we type marketing prompts in a hurry, and believe me, I do it, we all do, you move on to something else, it can get missed. Add it to your template and it will always be there. Guide the AI tool, include a clear and compelling call to action that tells your audience what you want them to do next. And so in this case, we're going to say, let's see, it's on my next slide, include a clear call to action to shop now and direct them to the website. Another aspect to help improve your marketing prompts will be to add any special instructions, such as format preferences, maybe a list versus a paragraph, bullets versus a narrative. Are there any length restrictions in terms of the number of words? If this is a piece of content being used for SEO, you can provide the keywords here. You can also list items not to include. By the way, I didn't want to forget my cat lovers out there. Didn't want you to feel left out of the fun. If you're getting tired like this little guy, hang in there. We're almost done with this section, I promise you. So here's the example to add to our marketing prompt. Keep the post under 150 characters and avoid using jargon like proprietary blend. That's what I mentioned earlier, where you can actually have instructions for words or phrases to not be included in the marketing content. Now let's pause here for a moment and see what our prompt looks like so far. Here are the 6 layers we created: purpose, target audience, key information, a unique value proposition, style and tone, clear call to action, and special instructions. Your prompts may be more or less detailed than this depending on your overall marketing objectives or the scope of the project, but as you can see, this is a really good place to start. Also, if you have examples of content that you like or that aligns with your brand, this can be incredibly helpful for the AI tool to understand your preferred style and creative ideas. This would be a great place to provide a sample of your brand voice too. You can simply link to your website, social media platforms, or share a specific piece of content that best represents the style you would like the AI to follow. If you provide a detailed prompt like the template we're creating in this module, the refinement phase should be fairly minimal. That's the great thing about this approach. It can help you achieve a better result with fewer regeneration cycles. But as far as revising the prompt itself, you can definitely ask the AI tool to make specific adjustments, such as make it more concise, change the tone to be more persuasive, expand on the benefits of XYZ. Something else I've noticed is if I give it too many corrections at one time, it seems to get confused and rework the entire piece, when that's not what I intended or wanted. Consider leading it through the revisions a little slower, just focusing on 1 or 2 areas at a time. This will help avoid causing it to sort of veer off on its own and starting from scratch, unless of course, that's what you're asking it to do. Now, if the wording is awkward or the information is not quite right, you can always provide an example and clearly point out the issue while suggesting how to improve it. Keep in mind, the more details you provide up front, the less regenerating you should need to do. I know this seems like a lot of steps for a single prompt. especially as we go through each step in detail here. But remember, you're creating a template which includes boilerplate information such as brand voice, your target audience, even your unique value proposition. Elements like these can be used over and over again for future prompts. Basically, you're creating a custom prompting system that will become very efficient over time. The final step in this process is an important one: editing and revising the AI-generated content to reflect your brand footprint and unique voice. The brand footprint includes everything that shapes how people perceive your brand, how your customers interact with it, and how they feel about the brand. It's that overall impression a brand leaves on its target audience. In many cases, especially for solo owners like many of you who are coaches and consultants and creators, you are the brand. And this is one of the areas where AI tools need the most guidance from you, the human in the story. It needs to be guided by human creativity, human emotion, and human experiences. Have you heard the concept of human in the loop? It's a core principle in AI and machine learning. It focuses on the collaboration between humans and AI to enhance things like accuracy, reliability, ethical decision making, and this concept can easily be applied to AI and marketing. For example, AI can generate content, ideas, and insights. It can mimic tone of voice really well, but it doesn't understand your unique brand or your customers the way you do. Make sure the message stays on brand and feels real and authentic. When it comes to accuracy, AI can hallucinate data, which basically means that sometimes it makes mistakes. It makes factual errors. So be sure to review content and ensure accuracy, truthfulness, and compliance. Human in the loop means you should guide, review, and approve all AI-generated content or projects. As you know, marketing is very much about making connections. Only a human can judge if the message feels empathetic, inspiring, or appropriate for a specific context or a particular audience. So always review AI content for a level of emotion that sparks human connection. Next, ethical oversight. The concept of human in the loop is especially important when it comes to ethics. Your oversight helps prevent bias, misleading, or insensitive content. This helps protect your brand reputation and preserve customer trust. Finally, strategic leadership. You know that AI can generate marketing ideas, drafts, and plans super fast. But it's your knowledge, experience, and expertise that drives the marketing strategies, which ultimately guides the AI tools. So let the AI do the heavy lifting when it comes to marketing workflow, but you're still the strategist, the editor, the brand voice. As we wrap up this course, it's important to remember that while AI can be an incredible tool, you are still the key ingredient here. You are the human in the loop. With that, I just want to take a moment to thank you so much for joining me for this course. I truly hope you found it to be helpful, and this is just the beginning of your AI marketing journey. If you want to stay connected and up to date on the fast-changing world of AI marketing, you can sign up for my emails at aimarketingedu.com. Or you can find me on YouTube and X. I try to read through all the crazy AI hype and focus on the most helpful and practical AI marketing tactics for solo owners, small businesses, and marketers. Thanks again, and I hope to see you in my next course.